Hello YouTube, this is Snuff doing another Fury of Dracula 2025 League of Dracula tournament game. Today I am going to play my first of two regular season, quote unquote, matches versus Terminus. And Terminus, great dude. Uh, in past tournaments, we've had some good fun. This time he is starting out much stronger than me. He's 3-0. I am 1-3. So I'm going to try to right the ship and get myself a win. I'm starting out as hunters, and then we will do the reverse matchup where I'll be Dracula and Terminus will be hunters Wednesday evening, probably around the same time, maybe a little later. Let's see. Let's do League, Stuff, v Terminus. Cool. Terminus has advised me privately that there are storms in his area, so there is some chance we get interrupted due to blackout, but he has suggested we try anyway, and I'm totally down with that. So if we have to redo it, we'll make it work. Okay. Hmm. Oh, Terminus has just private messaged me said he made a lobby, so I will go to his. Okay, so I've sort of moved back from the superhero start to going back to the Scott Sword start. And part of the reason for that is because Terminus uh, beat me when I did superhero using the kind of abuse Mina in Spain strat. That strat is still viable even with Seward there, but it's a little bit harder. TBH at the time Terminus beat me, I probably could have kept Mina alive and prevented the like endless parade of horribles going on there, but I messed something up. I messed a couple of things up. Um, there was some trade or something I could have done to prevent Mina's death. Even so, out of an abundance of caution, I want to do this setup and just play it straight, see how this goes. Terminus and I played fairly often in the off season, like, but not with the regularity I play something like Strider casually. I'm to try to remember his style. My recollection is that he kind of likes. I feel like he likes to be more of an aggressive Drac in theory, but has sometimes had to become a more traditional evasive Drac in the times I've seen him previously. But I think that's probably true of every theoretical aggressive Drac. You really got to play the cards you're dealt. It's also been a while since I've really seen him play. So, really, the last time I recall is that very vivid game that I lost. Um, so we'll have to see. Alright. Well, I guess I won't say anything. Okay. Ooh, wax cylinders. Always nice to have the hunter-specific events go where they're supposed to without you needing to move things around. Okay. Nice to get a white one. This is more for my own sanity than anything else. Um, let's do that and take the white one. Theoretically, right, you don't, it's probably better strategy to just have her take a ticket because even if Godalming draws a white one and has to throw it away because he has two, it's basically just turning Godalming. Well, no, I guess that's not true. I guess longer term you want to make that trade. I'm giving up one draw here in order to have an extra draw indefinitely going forward. I was about to say that it's not worth it, but I guess it kind of is worth it to do that trade when I did. I don't like that. Terminus does sometimes do Britannia starts, I think. Pretty sure I've seen him do that before. Speed Telegraph is a really good draw for Mina because it's both really useful, but also doesn't tell Drac that much because its value is so it's just not obvious when it'll be valuable and how. Now I definitely feel good about doing that trade. Wow. Yay, sanity. I will say I don't mind throwing away a Heavenly Host early if I don't have CG. So Helsing drawing 2 is not the worst thing in the world. First question, will Terminus remove this first one? I would say probably not. The early wolf form is interesting. It'll create a dilemma for me in terms of what I use newspapers on. Okay, that's pretty good for Seward. I like the Mystic Research for getting newspapers. Do I want to use Mystic Research now? I think I want to use it next turn. Unless I draw newspapers, in which case I might just hold it. Still need one more white one. Yeah, the other reason using newspapers is, Mystic Research is rough is that I still need to get that white one, so it's going to create a dilemma for me as to which priority I'd take care of. Hmm, that's a good draw. I don't think I need this yet. Um, hmm, could be Spain start like last time. Could be somewhere in the middle of the map. Could be Athens. What do I think it is? I just don't think there's that much. I feel like the most value for this is doing it somewhere in the middle. So, not Marseille. Now I might use it. Could use this just for hand size. Let's do it. 5. This will be 4. Salonika. Okay, that's good to know. So it's probably something like Sophia, Salonika, Athens, then move on back. Could also be Valona, Salonika, Wolf to Varna or something, then move back to make me tricked into thinking it's Athens. Um, if the like Valona were revealed. Fortunately, I'm not really positioned to deal with it yet. I need horses or a better ticket. Another planned ambush. He already has a horse, so I think he may as well start moving towards the rest of the group. Yeah. Um, there's another. I feel like these aren't vamps because there's no rumor token. I guess there could be a room token on the next one. Do I keep the stake? I have 3 weapons over here. Let's toss this. I do have that surprising return, which could help me find the location. Perfect. Well, perfect-ish. Perfect insofar as I wanted to get the white one. Downside is they don't have horses over here, and the white ones are going to make it that much harder to get to these initial encounters. So there's a bit of a drawback there. You can take another supply, I think. Or should you scan? Um, the scan could be valuable, but I feel like I need the supply more. Sense of emergency. That is worth the supply. 3. Actually, because of what I did with that, throwing away that weapon, I might need to have Mina, or do a day trade for Godalming to give Mina the stake and a weapon. Or not a stake, give her weapons. Horse number 2 is going to Helsing. So, I need to think about this. On the one hand, Dracula could be here if I go to Zagreb, and then I sense of emergency to Salonika. On the other hand, if I sense of emergency now, he could have put a Saboteur or a Bats or I guess a Saboteur wouldn't matter, like a Bats or something in Valona or Sofia. If I were to sense of emergency now, I think it's more important to. I think it'd be better to move now. Okay, not there. That's good. That may also block his way and dissuade him from moving further. Um, pass. You maybe you ticket and do you wax cylinders? Because there'll be need to be trades next. I think you wax cylinders now. Athens. Well, isn't that a pickle? I can't deal with Salonika and Athens. I think... Which would I rather deal with? I guess for now I may as well trade with Mina. Give her an escape route. Show the good luck. Then again, if Athens is a vamp, it'll clear the rest of the trail, which wouldn't be too bad. This tells us something. I think this also is reason for me to go to Athens now, skip Salonika, because this could be like a batch or something to bat me into him and Sophia. It also could be something like a saboteur used to create a lair. Tricky. I actually could do a 2v1 with him now, but I'm not sure that's the most effective use of resources. Though I do have planned ambushes. Hmm. I should make sure to use the remaining mystic researches in case it's a hoax. Well, this is pretty much useless. I guess I really can't use all the mystic research supplies. This might also not work because this could be a fog. He could get a hoax mature and get a vamp mature if this is a fog, but I have to take the risk. I'm gonna hope that this first one's like a saboteur or something. Hope he's been playing Geo. Geo likes to do start saboteurs. Oh, it's a bats. So he'll move me this turn. I'll be delayed next turn. He's gonna get both matures. Too bad. And he can misdirect and go back here if he wants to. So yeah, this is a big early win for Terminus, much to my disappointment. Um, okay, I'm actually glad that was a crap one, because he had a stacked hand. I'm going to have one unused Mystic Research, because I Don't want him to draw something else, and we need to trade anyway. That trade will do. Another renewed vigor, that's good. Does he lair this? Nope. Hoax. Saboteur. Okay. So, that's... If I were him, I would have just laired that. Because that Saboteur Mature is not going to do anything. Unless he wants to, like... Unless he's going to jump on Mina, and that's supposed to prevent LG from getting to her. But, I don't know. I feel like that's not that valuable. He will get a night fight with Mina, though, so he might want to try that. Like, it wouldn't be the worst idea since he knows Mina has no events. And unfortunately, I don't really have time to get the planned ambushes off of Godalming onto her. Or the Lucky Find. Not that I would want to use the Lucky Find. So... The nice thing for him is he gets this. I see. He thought I might get down there with renewed vigor or something. No. Okay, there's my horse. Um, Mina has a stake, so... Um, may as well use it because I don't want to throw something else away. Even though I knew what that was. Helsing has a horse, but I think I'm gonna take the train and just pretend he doesn't. I mean, he's gonna know because Mina doesn't have a horse, but maybe it'll cause a little confusion. So I assume this will be a hoax. If it's Avant Mature, that would be fine. Um, that seems something like that. Oh, she could take the last night supply, or the last, in case it's a hoax. Take the last night supply. Garbage. It's fine. Hoax. Hoax. Tragic. Now what? Emmanuel, Darkness Returns. What's it gonna be? 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 8. So I need to remember to not use Mina's stake until and unless she knows we know what the Drac event is, because of seduction. Emmanuel. Only one. It's not too bad. Ooh, but that got rid of a lot of good events. CG being gone is going to make him able to move a lot more freely. But he doesn't know that I have that I have both RVs. RV is arguably as good as CG, arguably, but it's only the second best event. And while it's bad to have lost CG, he only got one Drac event from it. Now, it could very well be an incredible power Drac event. The fact that we didn't see an immediate reveal means it could be Darkness Returns or Deathly Swiftness, but we don't know. Um, this might not be a bad time to try to RV, because I'm not sure if he will expect it yet. Charter carriage. A surprising return. There's a limited universe of places he could be. He can't be hiding. Do I use an RV? My horse economy is not perfect. Godalming can't get to him if he is in Constanta. So I think I don't use it. I assume Drac is in Constanta. Oh, and Mina doesn't have a horse. So I was never going to RV anyway. Confused myself. So, I assume he'll leave now, but he could hide first. Here we could either see him go to sea, or perhaps hide under fog. I assume he's going to go to sea. He's going to see my hunter stacked with events I used on the Mystic Research supplies. He's going to probably assume I have forewarned, even though I don't. I bet he goes to sea. Hmm. If he doesn't go to sea, do I pull the RV trigger then? He might not, still not have fog. He wolf forms. What do I make of that? Um, hmm. Maybe I use one of them. Because assuming the horse roll goes well, and probably even if it doesn't, Well, if the horse war goes well, I could have Helsing give Mina the horse. She can sense emergency to anywhere he could possibly be. And then I could confirm. Well, I guess I still couldn't guarantee I'd get a 2 or 3v1 if I did that approach. Maybe if I used maybe if I used my surprising return as well, but I don't know if I want to blow all those resources when that approach could mean I have to guess between Galatz, Constanta, Varna, Salonika, or let's just keep moving. That does not help, but this will be informative. Nope. Do I want to kill this vamp? Not really. So Belgrade, I assume he jumped east, but I can guarantee it by checking Budapest, and I have a planned ambush. Or I could handle the horse trade. Either way, let's use the horses. Let's handle the horse trade. If he attacks, it's a sign that he does not want to mature the vamp. Great strength. I like it. Keep the good luck because there's a drag event in play. Oh, there we go. Now you trade items. You take the stake because of seduction. We do this. Why don't we do this? Okay, no surprise there. Now we just got to figure out if he went to Salonika or Varna or Constanta. This Sophia layer is not horrible. Helsing has planned ambush. Although without a knife, he will have a harder time killing it with a planned ambush if Fangs is used first. Okay, that makes me, well, that was probably going to happen anyway, but um, I almost want them all to help in clearing the trail, just do it quickly. Although I know they also need to move westward. Syrieva's next. Sophia. Yeah, let's just do it. Take one turn to clear trail, then everyone can move west. Except Helsing. Um, do I use this? May as well, right? I'm expecting a double vamp. Otherwise, I just use it in a night fight. Let's just hope he doesn't play Fangs. He probably will. Assuming he has it. Could play Strength, but... Yep. Um... I worry that he has the other one. Let's play Rifle. He does have the other one. Ooh, I called it. Which means Heavenly Host. And the downside is, in the next Vamp fight, I could um, die, assuming he does 2 damage to me here. But I do have great strength. So even if he does 4 damage to me in the second Vampire Day combat, I should survive, albeit at greater cost than I would have liked. So I think in the next one, in order to guarantee that that occurs, I just do the standard escape dodge. Well, I'm glad I did. Oh, bats. Okay. Well, Okay, as I suspected. Good to know. Good to know that that's what that is. Helsing is going to get batted to potentially a double vamp though. So, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to try not to die. Soil. It's a tricky situation. We're already starting to run out of time. And there's still, more than a week, but you start thinking about the clock. Even though I have, a week and a half. Nice thing is, if Helsing does die, um, he has a white one, which is bad, and Vampire, but he's not going to lose a horse, so that's a silver lining, I suppose. Huh. I expected you to go to the lair. Really? Why not send him to the lair? Even if... Like, even if you didn't put a double vamp there, like, you have at least one vamp there. I can only assume that he wants to go back there, since he knows I don't have CG. I almost want to have Mina go there just prophylactically. Or maybe Dalming do that. He's a little bit more, he's a little bit bulkier. Oh shoot, I could have turned Rufus on. Although to BH I probably wouldn't have wanted to anyway. The surprising return can help me find Drax's location. Excuse me. And could also help me take Aggie back. Oh no, no it couldn't. Or wait, could it? Yeah. Yeah, because that was discarded by um, Emmanuel. Hmm. Hmm. Is it worth it to prophylactically jump on Valona just to prevent him from going there and making a super lair? I think the answer is no, because I'm still going to have enough hunters around him, at least for the time being. Um, Although, if he goes Terranian and then circles back, that could be a pretty strong move. But for now, let's keep going. And yeah, I knew that was a lair, but it opens up the possibility for me to go there. Okay, fine. Both bats are gone, so Mina will be safe in Salonica, although it could be a fog, particularly if he wants to go back to this lair. It is a fog. Okay, good to know one is out of the deck. Yeah, I'm okay with that, honestly. And that fog being there does make Valona even less safe, because I know it won't be a fog. The fact that he's thinking this long makes me think it's not Black Sea, and also the fact that I had so many hunters around there. Um, so I think I'm safe to keep moving westward, but I don't have Money Trail, nor any other way to, and I can't really now conveniently pair up Godalming and Mina to do a scan. I'm thinking that Terminus feels tempted to go from Adriatic to that lair, or maybe go Terranean Sea and go back to that lair, but is worried about the hunters around there, or at least Mina around there when I would get there, when he would go there if he went this route. And so he feels like he has to keep going west, but he's tempted to go do something sneaky. And right now he's pausing because he's debating between whether to go the sneaky route or the straightforward route. Okay. Should I check CAG? I think not yet, because I'm going to be checking other stuff earlier anyway. Should I renewed vigor? No. Just keep on moving. Ugh. Thoroughbred of Sin strikes again. Um. Ooh. This could be a problem. Do I use Money Trail now? I think the answer is no, because it wouldn't help me that much here. If you went Adriatic, you could be going back here where it would be more useful later. You don't need to move yet, I don't think. Still a lot of hired scouts left outstanding and newspapers. Although certainly, does she move on to this lair? I really think he wants to go back to it. She's still fairly close to it if he does leave. Okay, so he's down here somewhere. Do I... I think I need to do the, I think I need to figure out if he's going to his lair now. Because if he is, he's going to it this turn and I want to block it. Although he will be able to wolf form. But still. I knew it. I knew he wanted to do that. So, the only problem is that I don't want to use Renewed Vigor or Speedy Telegraph now because he will be able to wolf over me. I won't know exactly where he's gone. And he's already gone to Terranian. Interesting. He went over the region, so that means it's custom search? Yeah, that must be custom search. You're going to move down, so... Oh, Belgrade's a lair. I need you to be in a position to let Mina scan. So you're going to jump on this layer. But I need you to remember that custom search. Wait, can he just misdirect and go back to Bari if he wants to? I don't think you can misdirect from a C space, can you? Um, I would have to drop 2, and that's not worth it. She's just going to have to deal and hope for great strength. And if she dies, I can maybe get a favorable combat. Let's just escape dodge. Should have punched. Yep, that's correct. Let's see if this does it. Shoot, should have clawed. So this is bad. The silver lining to it, though, is that it might persuade Drac to go there and try for the kill. In which case I could get Godalming and Seward there with renewed vigor. Would require a little luck, but nevertheless. What is he gonna do? Will he clear his lairs? Probably should. If he doesn't, it will be a huge pain figuring out what direction he goes. Needs to. He could go to Athens and then hide. That would be a huge pain. But he's probably worried about excellent weather. It's a good game. I'm in kind of a pickle. I also really need to keep tabs on this Rumba token. Hmm. Do I burn an RV now? I kind of think that I should use Renewed Vigor just to kind of surround him in the way that I want. At least use this first Renewed Vigor to do that, and then use the second Renewed Vigor to probably do the same, honestly. Although this mature could be a problem for that approach. Yeah, this will be my setup RV. Who and I'll save Speedy Telegram for next time. So I want him to go to Sarajevo. Then just supply. You here. Then you block off this route. I forgot that was a lair, but fortunately it's not a bats. Reckless. I think I use this because he also has the Heavenly Host, so I don't really mind Drac knowing about it, because it might make him Drac less likely to Fang Steward. He might predict it though, because he's going to see there are no HHs in the discard. Nope, he didn't. Nice. Could have maybe dodged, but I figure he should keep his health up. Now this is kind of annoying. I have to take a ticket to see if I can get to Varna. And I can. This way, he's either going to jump on a hunter, which seems the most likely option. Or no, maybe not. Or he's going to go inland, where I have a better chance of catching him. The problem here now is that in order for him to be able to get to Drac, he needs Sense of Emergency, but that'll put him at 1 health. Maybe he should take the planned ambush. No, let's take the Sense of Emergency. The numbers are more important right now. Let's keep the other one secret. I'm hoping he played his fog already. He already played one fog. I'm hoping he just played the other fog, but it's possible he's waiting till now to play it. Feed, hide, dark all, mature, wolf, I guess is what he's going to do. I can whack cylinders and see what's there. I think he's going to hide or dark call. So I think I'm going to wait one more turn and then bring out the renewed vigor. And I'll use that'll give me like one more turn to heal up, get myself ready. You can get up to 5. Right. I do love when I can do this surrounding thing. I also really like that he got a custom search with that Emmanuel and nothing else. That's made this this would be so much harder. I might have to worry about another unearthly swiftness or something. I wonder if he remembers the steward wax cylinders or not. I wonder if he expects me to use it or not. I almost wonder if he'd be better to. Oh, he's moving. Yeah, we're going to use that. Other RV. If he's under fog, then this will be a waste. And assuming that this is a vamp. So first, oh, hold up. Ooh, it's a special card, which means I can't get sewered there if I use it. That's a problem. So I guess do I just move Godalming in first and guess? Oh man, this is actually kind of a pickle. Because I really don't want to fight him with Mina and Godalming alone. My tickets don't get me there for anyone, so I can't even like trade him a ticket. All right, Godalming's gonna go, I guess. I feel like Bucharest is more likely. Yep. Now we can supply. It is a fog. Shoot. Well, silver line to that is that Sewer can use its wax cylinders again now. And I'm still blocking his best escape routes. Oof, but man, I've spent all my good stuff here. He might even want a dark call here for another fog. What a pain. I guess there's no reason to do this yet, to go into Sophia yet. I can always use Wexler's later. Um, on the other hand, no, why would I use it now if it's gonna get cleared? It's dumb. What a waste. I still want Mina to be on that layer. Eh. Yeah, there's not really a better place for him to move. That was a big mistake on my part not to use my deduction on Sophia. Big mistake. But you live and learn. Yeah, so I misplayed this. I um should have pulled the trigger one turn earlier. Probably a double vamp or something. Something that would have been too painful for Mina and Helsing to deal with. Now, trail is cleared. He's going to wolf. Where will he wolf? He does not have fog. He might draw it after this. So now it's going to be my chance. He's got to be sneaky. If I were him, I would go to Constanta. Try to escape by sea. Hope that I assume he goes west. Of course, for all he knows, I might have a heroic leap or something. So going to Constanta would be quite risky. Because just me moving Helsing there would be a near death blow. So maybe he won't do that. Maybe he'll just move one to like Klausenberg or something, and then wolf. Because if he wolves from Klausenberg, like that could be a lot of different places. I'm really going to need to do a good job deducing what he's going to do here. If I move Godalming to Constanta and he doesn't take that risk, and he goes to Klausenberg and then wolfs to Vienna, that's honestly not the worst thing in the world. Another big question for me is if I assume if Godalming goes to Constanta and he's not there, Then I probably do a stake, a Vamp Lair with Helsing. Although I could do that a little later to trick him, like make him assume the game's over. If we get to that point. Either way, I don't think that in that situation I should immediately play the Sense of Emergency to try to guess where Drac is. I think his best course of action would probably be like a fake wolf form. But my horse ego's not perfect, so that's kind of risky. If I were him, I would fake wolf form to Sophia. So because I would fake wolf form, I think I'm going to check the fake wolf form locations first. Lol. Ugh. Honestly, smart move though. Actually, I don't even know why I'm moving. This isn't going to do anything. I guess I can just cover this up, just in case he feels compelled. I think I'm going to dodge first. Fingers crossed on that one. Maybe I should have traded that sense of emergency onto someone else. Maybe I should have predicted that. Okay. Not bad. He doesn't know I threw away a crucifix, which in hindsight is bad for me. Mesmerize, okay. Do I punch? So he plots. Then what? I escape, he hits me. Then it's another guessing game. Yep, I'm too cautious. Hmm. Does he strength again? Let's see if he tries to go for the point. Oh, no, I guess wrong. Okay. Well, the silver lining is he might not know I have a gun as a result of this. Use this here. Could plot against me. That would be smart. Let's dodge. Make him take the damage first, and then make a guessing game for the rest of it. I think my goal needs to be to get his damage down low enough where I can kill him next combat, and so that he can't escape by sea. He can't feed. It'll be a hard road getting back to. It'll be nigh impossible to walk back to the castle. I just need to get his health down low enough. Honestly, escaping as Helsing wouldn't have been the worst idea in the world. It's tough. I think I'm in a good spot because I'm going to assume I'm going to do at least 3 damage to him right here with the planned ambush. He needs to heal and then escape is what he needs. He needs to escape with like at least ideally 5 health. So if I can just get him below that, even if Helsing dies, if I can get him below that, I think I'll be in a good spot. Fine. Um, I think I need a punch here. Then with Helsing, what do I do? I think I do some damage, then escape next turn if I can. Let's play the rifle. What's he got? Claw, yes! Hey, surprise rifle. That should do it. That should do it. That's GG, right? That is GG. Because the double knife will kill him, and I won't lose Helsing. I almost want to just escape for the Vamp lair and for IDS, but I think I should just take the win. It is GG, but he doesn't know it. But I'm not going to say it until it's actually over. This was a really tough one, honestly. Terminus was nervous about it going in, and he is going to lose here, but it's very well played on his part. Could have gone a different way. Yeah, he can't escape. So as it turns out, it probably was better for me to. Should have gone to Salonica with wolf form, or with Mina. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Um, I'm going to cut this now while we talked. So thanks for watching. Happy to be 2 and 3.